So I ran a little comparison, a little kind of a little experiment, but most scientists would say it's not really robust enough as an experiment. But I wanted to compare strip mining against cave mining, because it used to be strip mining was really good, and you would just go down level 12, really good diamond pick, and just go at it. Maybe silk touch all the ores, and then put a fortune 3 pick to them later on. Um, it did seem though that when I'd stumbled into a couple of caves, they were a lot more developed and there was a lot more going on in them than when I last had played Minecraft. So I wanted to properly explore one and see if kind of old methods had been kicked out by the new methods. Um, for the strip mine, the backdrop to all of this was I'd had my first deaths on the SMP. I died 4 times in the space of an hour because I went to the Nether and just got hammered by wither skeletons and then blaze, and it was just a disaster. And I kept going back to get my stuff and I just kept losing more stuff, so I was starting to look a bit skimp on resources. So I thought perfect time to go and do some mining. I did the strip mining first. I spent 24 iron to make 8 pickaxes, and I decided in my strip mine I've got 4 levels. Kind of each level has a specific ore that you're meant to mine there. So there's one for iron, one for lapis, one for gold, one for diamond. And I'd use 2 iron pickaxes, break them at each level, and just see what I got from it. For the cave, I just took a diamond pickaxe down there and a stack of torches, and I figured when the stack of torches is done, I'll finish. I'll go back up and compare what I got. I should be pulling up the different results on screen. The strip mine took me about 40 minutes and the caving was about 25 minutes, so I spent a lot less time in the cave to get arguably more resources. So for the strip mine I got a decent amount of resources, but I was really disappointed with the levels of iron I got. I didn't even get a stack, and I invested 24 in, so that was a poor yield. I was really pleased with the amount of diamonds I got. I'm finding diamonds in strip mines to be the way forward. That's a very good way to get diamonds. And all the other resources were acceptable, or so I thought. Because then when I did the caving this morning, I went through and I got way more of basically everything. The only thing I didn't get more of was coal and diamonds. I only got 6 less diamonds. But in terms of return on investment, I invested a stack of coal. I suppose I didn't make that back. I didn't invest a stack of coal, a stack of torches. So I probably did make my coal back on that. And I used 3 diamonds to make the pickaxe, but I only used about a quarter durability and I got 14 out, so I definitely have made big profits on that. I got way more resources of everything, doubling the amount of redstone lapis I got, quadrupling the amount of copper even though it's useless, and I got way more iron. 92 is kind of what I'd be hoping for a general mining trip. You'd at least want like over a stack. So I was a lot happier with the amount of resources I got in the time in the caves. And gameplay wise, I mean, the caves are just more fun. You have to think a little bit more. There's a lot of interesting caverns and things to go off. It is, the one I found was very big, very daunting. I only scratched the surface of it, so there's quite a lot of planning and thinking going on to not get lost and not get killed, more importantly. So it's generally quite fun to go caving now. It used to be a bit drab and boring, but it's quite fun now. They've clearly put a lot of work into it to make the mining side of Minecraft a lot better. And yeah, the strip mining is just a bit boring, to be honest. I think if I wanted to just come on, turn my brain off, I'd still do that and just listen to music or a book or whatever. But generally, I think the caves are a lot more fun. I think the only reason to strip mine, you could argue from the results I've got, is that if you want a specific ore, you might be better off strip mining. You know, I did get more diamonds. I'm finding diamonds very easy to get in the strip mines, but even then you could discredit that because I got way more iron when I went into the caves. So I don't know. I think overall the caves are a lot better, and I think the only reason to strip mine is if you didn't want to go into a cave. You know, if you couldn't be bothered or you didn't think you had enough armor or whatever. I think that's the only reason not to go cave mining. So there we are. The old has been pushed out by the new.